On to our top story now. In a marathon overnight hearing, the Supreme Court has refused to stay the swearing-in ceremony of BJP leader B.S. Yediyurappa in Karnataka. Yediyurappa had been invited by Karnataka Governor Vajubhai Vala last evening to form the government in Karnataka and was given 15 days to prove majority on the floor of the House. The Congress, however, wanted the governor's decision to be cancelled, calling it an encounter of the Constitution. Meenakshi Bhanja, who was there in the Supreme Court all this while, is joining me on the phone line with more details. Meenakshi, what all transpired in the top court?
Well, Gauri, at the outset, what a phenomenal night this has been. We obviously now have broadcast constantly the updates that have emerged from the Supreme Court. And very interestingly, while the oath-taking will happen today, Gauri, but the matter is sub judice. It is pending before the Supreme Court. And what is again very interesting is, and perhaps it had escaped a lot of people's notice and scrutiny, is the fact that there is this letter which Yediyurappa had written to the governor, and that letter will come out now in public domain. That letter, as tweeted by Mr. P. Vanyan, really holds the key to Yediyurappa's fortunes, because remember, nobody paid heed to the content of the letter, and this letter now becomes the fulcrum of the entire case, Gauri. And interestingly, what we will see in coming days, as early as Friday, 10:30 p.m., 10:30 a.m., is the fact that the Supreme Court will again go on to revisit that issue. So that in itself is very huge. The Supreme Court examining the matter on Friday, and all other pertinent questions pertaining to the floor test time that the governor has allotted, which is of 15 days. Other aspects surrounding this case will again be very hotly contested by Abhishek Manu Singhvi, and again be defended by these battery of top lawyers that we saw make representations for the BJP MLAs and also for the union government. So clearly this is a case, while the oath-taking may happen today, Gauri, but it is not going to go away anytime soon in the foreseeable future.
Right, Meenakshi, and anything significant which happened in the Supreme Court while the matter was being argued? Anything significant said by Congress or by the government?
Well, yes, Gauri, there have been several significant twists and turns in the case today. One, there has been an acknowledgement from the attorney as to how no action of the governor is irreversible by the Supreme Court, which in effect means that while the oath-taking can happen, but at a later point in time, if the Supreme Court feels that the governor, has not acted in a prudent, judicious manner within the bounds of his rights, of his duties that he is supposed to discharge as a constitutional functionary, that point in time, the Supreme Court has the powers to turn the, as it is called, arms of the clock back. And we have seen that happen in the Arunachal Pradesh Assembly case. That apart, this letter that we were referring to will come out in the public domain. And again, Gauri, what we will see is that it will be a matter which is going to be assailed in a very big way. Yediyurappa is not going to have it peaceful. His oath-taking may happen, but he is not going to have peaceful days ahead till every aspect of his assuming charge, or wanting to assume charge rather, Gauri, is assailed on multiple fronts. That apart, the governor's action to give first invitation to the alliance who got the numbers will also be a subject matter of scrutiny, because remember, Abhishek Manu Singhvi has already today submitted to the Supreme Court all the assemblies where the single largest party doctrine was bypassed in favor of alliance numbers.
Right, Meenakshi, all eyes will be on that crucial hearing which is going to take place on Friday at 10:30 a.m. And thank you for tracking all those developments for us. Now moving on and shifting our focus to Bengaluru, where all the action is happening, and our senior news editor Mandar Fanse is joining us, who has been tracking all the developments of Kumaraswamy and his party JDS. Mandar, not just for Congress, it is a big setback for JDS as well. Till yesterday, Kumaraswamy was out there declaring that he has the numbers and he is confident of forming the government. And now, today, tables have turned.
As of now, there is a hope again for these coalition parties, Congress and JDS, because obviously the Friday morning, that is tomorrow morning, the Supreme Court will resume back for the next level of arguments, and possibly they will also consider or reconsider, for that matter, the arguments about those 15 days which have been given to prove the majority for the BJP. So obviously this is going to be very crucial, because as we know, the Congress MLAs are already shifted to the resort called Eagleton Resort, and therefore keeping the whole flock intact, whether it is of JDS, whether it is of Congress, is very important for both the political parties, fearing that they wanted to have less time at the dispense of BJP to prove their majority, and that is what is being argued. That is very, very important. As we see right now, most of the newspapers here in the morning, this is a newspaper stall at Bengaluru in the morning. There's various various level of curiosity amongst people who are coming in here, reading, trying to get more news. But the fact that the whole night the argument started in Supreme Court, and then on the oath ceremony is going to happen at 9 o'clock at Raj Bhavan. That means at least for now, Yediyurappa is going to be the Chief Minister in a short while from now, almost from 2 hours from now, of Karnataka. And of course, he will have to later on prove the majority. Of course, the Supreme Court tomorrow, if at all, reduces the time of 15 days to little less time at the dispense of BJP, then to bring in MLAs from where the BJP is going to bring in all these MLAs is again a big mystery, because it is the main argument of the opposition, the coalition, JDS, or for that matter the Congress, of fearing of any kind of horse trading or defection encouragement. So this is one of the most important, significant development this morning, and maybe around 2 hours from now, 9 o'clock, Mr. Yediyurappa will be swearing in as the Chief Minister of Karnataka.
Right, all eyes will be on that oath-taking ceremony. But Mandar, any important announcement or any important move which we can expect from the JDS camp today or from Kumaraswamy?
As of now, he has yesterday has very clearly stated so that he will wait and watch. He will also he has also appealed for to the JDS supporters who were very angry yesterday in front of the Governor House for the delay in the overall developments, and therefore he has appealed his supporters, followers, to maintain peace through the state, because remember, this was the most important thing when the JDS and Congress has given a proven document of the MLAs, the number of MLAs with them. Even they have showed the 117 MLAs support with them. That shows that they were having majority as a coalition. But being the single largest party as of now, it seems the governor has, in his discretion, decided to call upon BJP to prove their majority on the floor, calling Mr. Yediyurappa as the Chief Minister of Karnataka. And obviously in another 2 hours time, 9 o'clock, Yediyurappa will be swearing in as the Chief Minister of Karnataka.
Right, Mandar, stay with us just to give a recap to all our audience. So yesterday, Kumaraswamy alleged that the BJP was trying to poach his party's lawmakers by offering them ₹100 crore and the lure of cabinet post in the state government. And he addressed a press conference also, and after being elected legislative party chief at a high-profile meeting, and Kumaraswamy in that press conference claimed that the BJP was using black money and cautioned the saffron outfit, that is the BJP, from indulging in horse trading. So some serious accusations were leveled by Kumaraswamy on BJP, and a direct attack was made on the Prime Minister as well. Mandar Panse, continue to stay with us. Mandar, some serious allegations were leveled by Kumaraswamy yesterday. Any word from the JDS camp as to what they are trying to do now? What are they expected to take any kind of action on that? Because some serious allegations they have leveled. They have said that their MLAs have been offered rupees 100 crores for switching sides, and also some of the MLAs have been offered ministerial berths.
Absolutely. Be it JDS, be it Congress, or be it BJP as well, all the political parties so far have claimed that their MLAs were lured or maybe offered some or the other kind of money. But apart from that, there is no proof. These are just mere allegations. But the fact remains that no party will now take a chance with their MLAs, and that's the reason why Congress has shifted their MLAs to the place called Eagleton Resort, which is 20 kilometers away from this Bengaluru city. Apart from that, of course, the allegations leveled by Mr. Kumaraswamy against the Prime Minister or against the BJP party are of very serious nature. Sooner or later, possibly, he will have to come up with some of the other kind of proofs with him, or otherwise it will be just a mere allegation, and then it won't be taken that seriously. So this is the level of politics as of now in Karnataka, where everyone is leveling charges against everyone, and the fact remains that BJP has got 104 MLAs with them. They will have to get more, at least 8 MLAs to just come up as a majority party and be in the power for a longer time. But it seems very difficult as of now for BJP, unless and until they manages to poach in some way or the other way MLAs from JDS or Congress, since even the 2 independent MLAs and 1 BSP candidate is also there in the elected representatives of Karnataka Assembly. That means there is a very small open level of candidatures available for BJP, especially the independent. One of the independent candidate has already on written record given support to the JDS. Apart from that, one independent who was found in the BJP camp earlier, by the end of the day yesterday, he was found in the Congress camp. That shows how important this particular game of being in the political scenario right now in Karnataka, especially now that Mr. Yediyurappa, who has already experienced a 7-day chief ministerial candidature, he's been in a very short time of chief ministerial tenure. It was also somewhere around 38-39 months. So now this is the third time that he is also facing this kind of a danger, that he needs to really prove his majority and be in the power.
Right, Mandar. Thank you for all these inputs. For all the viewers who have just joined in, here is what happened last night. In a marathon overnight hearing, the Supreme Court has refused to stay the swearing-in ceremony of BJP leader B.S. Yediyurappa. Yediyurappa had been invited by Karnataka Governor Vajubhai Vala last evening to form the government in Karnataka and was given 15 days to prove majority on the floor of the House. The Congress, however, wanted the governor's decision to be cancelled, calling it an encounter of the Constitution. Let's listen into some reactions coming in.
Now that what BJP is doing in Karnataka is absolutely wrong. They could not produce the letter that was given by Mr. Yediyurappa to the governor. The court is absolutely not convinced. The many lawyers that BJP presented in front of the Supreme Court could not make a coherent argument. Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhi fought bravely, and he made a very simple and straightforward case that BJP does not have the numbers. 15 days is way too much, and there is no reason why there should be a hurry for swearing. If someone is stealing a mandate in front of us and we say that the police can catch that person later, does that mean that person should still be allowed to steal? Clearly, what the arguments made by Mr. Mukul Rohtagi were not coherent. The entire lawyer set from BJP was not coherent. Second, that the BJP could not produce a letter if they have any morality, they will present that letter right now. It's 5:30, it's 6 o'clock, the entire nation is awake, the Supreme Court worked all night. Why can't BJP post, it has a very active social media, why can't they post the letter that Mr. Yediyurappa gave to the governor on their social media? Let the country know. Because there is no such legitimate letter. We don't even know what they wrote in the letter. They cannot show the support that of majority that they claim they have. They wanted to horse trade. That is now not possible, because everything is becoming transparent. Second, that the court was very clear that BJP must produce a letter. It means that court is not sure about whether there was a letter and whether it was a legitimate letter.
But they will decide, ask them to produce the letter, right? And the fate of Mr. Yediyurappa could be sealed also.
Could be sealed also.
Yeah, absolutely. भाई जो शपथ ग्रहण समारोह है वो स्थगित नहीं हुआ है, किंतु कल 10:30 बजे की सुनवाई रखी है कोर्ट ने, और ये कहा है कि 15 मई का जो आदेश है, 15 मई की जो चिट्ठी येदियुरप्पा जी ने दी थी क्लेम करते हुए गवर्नमेंट फॉर्मेशन की, वो आप प्रोड्यूस करिए, और उसके ऊपर निर्भर करता है, हो सकता है कि येदियुरप्पा जी की शपथ ग्रहण के बाद उनको पदमुक्त भी किया जा सकता है.
Right, so today Yediyurappa is going to take oath as the CM of Karnataka. All eyes will be on that swearing-in ceremony. Just to tell you what happened last night in the Supreme Court, Governor Vajabhaiwala yesterday invited BJP legislative party B.S. Yediyurappa to form the government in Karnataka, capping a day of intense jockeying for power and allegations by the Congress of bribery and horse trading against the BJP and Prime Minister Narendra Modi himself. And now Supreme Court has directed that there will be no stay on the oath-taking ceremony, and in a marathon overnight hearing, the Supreme Court has refused to stay the swearing-in ceremony, and Yediyurappa had been invited by Karnataka Governor Vajubhaiwala last evening, and now today at 9:30 a.m. he is going to take oath as the CM of Karnataka. Just to give you a background, yesterday Karnataka Governor invited Yediyurappa to form government in the state of Karnataka and was given 15 days to prove majority on the floor of the House. However, the Congress wanted the governor's decision to be cancelled, calling it an encounter of the Constitution. And straight on to our top focus, where Supreme Court has refused to put a stay on the swearing-in ceremony of Yediyurappa, and I have Shrija joining me from Bengaluru, and she has been tracking the movements and developments from the Congress camp. Shrija, we can say that it is a minor setback for Congress because Yediyurappa is going to take oath as CM today. However, the final decision of Supreme Court will be out tomorrow. What is the latest that you're picking up?
Well, absolutely. Going by the Congress, we understand they're very upset about this fact because they tried all that they can to stop the swearing-in ceremony of Yediyurappa. But however, we understand the Supreme Court refused to stay, in fact, the swearing-in ceremony. We are also going to see how Yediyurappa will be sworn in as the Chief Minister of Karnataka at 9 a.m. here at Raj Bhavan. But also another important point to be noted over here is the Supreme Court will have every right to overturn this particular judgment where they have let Yediyurappa to go ahead and also swear in as the Chief Minister because he's been given at least a day's time. This is in tomorrow's hearing. Once again, they will be looking at the kind of numbers as far as the BJP has got. He should be able to prove his majority. Yediyurappa, this is in the court of law. That is the major test that we are going to look at this point in time. So especially going by the Congress, they are harping upon that, hoping that they won't have any much MLAs. Now you just have another one more day to go. There are chances once again for horse trading to happen, or for that matter, there are chances where people can quit one particular party. That is something that we are looking at, and there is going to be a huge drama which is going to ensue post Chief Minister Siddaramaiah swearing-in ceremony. But also another important point before the floor test, this will be his test as far as Siddaramaiah is concerned, where he will be proving before the court by saying that he has so many numbers, the majority that he has to be proving, and the letter which has submitted to Governor
Right, Shrija. So this is what is happening in the Congress camp, and now we are moving to Amita Balachandra, who is tracking BJP for us. Certainly a sigh of relief for Yediyurappa and team, Amita. And what are you getting from the BJP camp now?
Well, celebrations and preparations, in fact, for the oath-taking ceremony has already begun. We understand the oath-taking ceremony will take place at 9 a.m. This morning. But an important point to be noted here is a letter that was submitted to the governor. We don't know for sure what was mentioned in the letter, apart from source-based information that S.R. Bomai case was cited in the letter that was submitted to the governor. This was based on sources from the BJP who have told us that at this point, the letter that was submitted also talks about how a floor test is supposed to be considered by the governor. We don't know for sure whether the numbers that they have, the number of MLAs that they support, that they have support of, are mentioned in the letter or not. This, of course, happened on 15th when the first time he met the governor at 5 p.m., the first appointment that he got. But we also must remember that there was another meeting with the governor yesterday. We don't know what happened in that meeting. So the very crucial point to be noted here is the letter that was submitted to the governor and what happened exactly yesterday. That is something that the Supreme Court has asked for. So all eyes right now on Friday, although we understand right now that only B.S. Yediyurappa will be taking oath today at 9 a.m.
Right, Amita, and thank you for these inputs. Thank you, Shrija, for joining us with all those details. So today, Yediyurappa is going to take oath as CM of Karnataka at 9 a.m. and tomorrow, Supreme Court will take a final call on this issue at 10:30 a.m. We will be tracking all the developments as it happens on